What's up, everyone? Welcome to the program. Hope you're all doing well. This weekend saw probably the shortest trade war ever. So on February 1st, a couple of days ago, Donald Trump implementing tariffs of 25% on Mexico and Canada. Yesterday, Justin Trudeau replying with his own 20% tariffs on $150 billion of U.S. goods. And this morning, as these tariffs were supposed to be implemented, everybody folded. And the tariffs are now on hold for 30 days. And the markets, of course, were closed over the weekend, except for the crypto market, which suffered a lot of liquidation, $2 billion worth of liquidation over the Sunday period. Let's have a look at this here. As you can see here, we're looking at Ethereum right here. And Ethereum going from 3,400 yesterday all the way down to 2,100, 37% down before rebounding today as these tariffs were now put on hold, going up 35%. So massive volatility here on the crypto market, especially in the altcoin sector. And congratulations to all of those who were able to take this trade. And as you can see here at this support level at 21.26, if you were able to grab that here, you have made a lot of money here. And of course, this level here for Ethereum, it has been going on for a while. As you can see, if we zoom back a little, we've come down quite often here at this level, finding support. And Ethereum has been really range bound between this 2,100 level and $4,000. Sort of going between the two, and of course, if you've bought here at support, you're probably in a good position to be able to sell all the way up at $4,000. And of course, the reason for all this is a cascade of liquidation because of all the leverage longs that are on the crypto market, and because Bitcoin, if we're going to have a look at it here, going down under the $100,000 level. And this is something that has been happening for a while. We've talked about it in the past, and it's going to continue to happen. And the reason for that is, the psychological importance of the $100,000 mark, and all the leverage long traders sort of using that level, setting their stop loss under $100,000 and going long. And the market maker has a tremendous incentive to bring the price down under $100,000, even if it's just for a short period, to liquidate those leverage long traders. And we've been doing that now for quite some time. As you can see here, the 100 level here, we're going to keep doing that for the foreseeable future, of course, because every single time that the price goes over $100,000, people are going to go leverage long, and the market maker is just essentially cashing in free money by bringing the price down and triggering the stop losses of retail traders, essentially. So that was that for the market. We can have a look here at the SP 500 or at the SPY ETF. And as you can see, the SPY, nothing much happening. Of course, it wasn't really trending, over the weekend. We opened down a little bit, but by that time, most of that trade war worries had sort of already been sorted out. And, in the end, what's happening is that all this is on hold for 30 days while all parties are going to negotiate. So let's have a look now at this tariff situation. Here, CNN saying Trump poses Canada and Mexico tariffs, while for Fox News, it's Canada blinks, President Trump delays tariff on the northern neighbor for at least 30 days. So you have this, funny partisan reporting here on CNN. It's Trump folds, and on Fox News, it's Canada that falls. And the truth is, of course, that, Canada really cannot really stand against the US in a trade war, and neither can Mexico. As you can see in this graph here, 78% of Canadian exports go to the US, 80% of Mexican exports go to the US. Together, they represent about 15%, 14% for Canada, 15% for the imports for Mexico into the US. And of course, the US doesn't really export much to Mexico and Canada. So Mexico and Canada are in very, very unfavorable position to enter a tariff war, a trade war against the US, because they don't really have much leverage. Now, why is all this happening? And what is the reason why now this is on hold? And we can see here, if we can make this a little bigger. This is from Brookings. And, part of this this trade war, of course, the mentions of border and border security, and Donald Trump wanting to have stricter controls for the border and fentanyl and immigration. But the truth is, the true reason for this trade war is, of course, the USMCA. So here from Brookings, under the USMCA review clause on July 1st, 2026, the US, Mexico, and Canada will confirm in writing whether or not to continue the agreement if one or more of the three parties decide to take the step of not renewing the agreement. It will kick off a process that will leave the future of the USMCA in a state of uncertainty for years to come. So, the USMCA, which was a subsequent deal to NAFTA that was negotiated by Trump during his first administration, now comes under this review process, and the parties have the ability to renew it or not. And of course, Donald Trump wants to put pressure on both Mexico and Canada to be able to get essentially a better deal than the deal he got last time. And, this tariff war, this trade war, essentially is a way to put pressure on Mexico and Canada to get better concession in negotiation. Donald Trump, ever since he's gotten into the White House, essentially practicing the art of the deal, coming out strong right out the gate, and acting a little bit as a bully to put himself in a strong position to then enter negotiation. So let's have a look here at what CNN was saying back on October 14. The title was Trump wants to renegotiate his own trade deal with Mexico and Canada. They were writing here, former President Donald Trump is once again pledging to save American manufacturing and bring back jobs by rewriting a trade agreement with Mexico and Canada. But this time, instead of replacing the North American Free Trade Agreement, known as NAFTA, which he has often described as the worst trade deal ever made, he wants to renegotiate his own trade deal. Trump signed on to the USMCA in 2018. It took effect on January 2020 and replaced NAFTA. In 2018, Trump said the USMCA would be the most modern, up-to-date, and balanced trade agreement in the history of our country, with the most advanced protection for workers ever developed. But it now thinks that it can be improved. Upon taking office, I will formally notify Mexico and Canada of my intention to invoke the 6-year renegotiation provision of the USMCA that I put in, Trump said last week in a speech at the Detroit Economic Club. And of course, part of the reason why Donald Trump wants to do that is he wants to bring auto manufacturing back into the United States. And, of course, under NAFTA back in the days, auto manufacturing was essentially exported to Canada and Mexico, where the labor was much cheaper, and it completely obliterated the auto manufacturing sector in the United States. And now Trump would like to sort of backtrack and bring auto manufacturing back into the US, and he's going to use all the tools that he has available to him to be able to do that. And of course, this tariff war, sort of using the immigration and drug trafficking as a pretext, is going to be a sort of strong element to be able to bring Canada and Mexico at the negotiation table, and to be able to get a deal that's going to be able to bring back auto manufacturing in the US. Of course, Canada and Mexico are not going to like that, because it's going to hurt their economy when they're going to lose those auto manufacturing, essentially US auto manufacturers having plants in Canada, making US cars and bringing them in the US without really having to pay any taxes. And that's going to be probably over. Trump is going to force them to bring those plants back in the US. And he's going to use sort of what he has available as tools to be able to do that. And he also has talked, of course, about the commercial balance between the U.S. and its neighbors, with tremendous deficits for the U.S. Hundreds of billions of dollars of deficit for the U.S. So Canada and Mexico comes and they bring product that are manufactured into the U.S. They take hundreds of billions of dollars and then they go spend it somewhere else on the market to buy stuff that they need. And Donald Trump essentially wants to push all the countries that are doing trade with the U.S. to sort of bring the commercial balance to some kind of equilibrium. So, he would want to force Canada and Mexico to take that money that they take in from the United States and spending on U.S. goods, which would, potentially bring jobs back in the United States. So we will see how all this will turn out. But as of today, this tariff war is now over for the next 30 days. And my guess is that we're going to see, the Trump team now get into negotiation with their counterparts in Mexico and Canada, and they're going to exert maximum pressure of this 30 days deadline looming over Canadian and Mexican economies. And they're going to try to get the biggest concession that they can. And of course, they're going to try to use this renegotiation deal of the USMCA to, force Mexico and Canada to do what Donald Trump wants. So we will see how that will turn out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you want to know more about what will happen as we will follow it on the channel. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hit me with that like and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends for she go like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like, subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like and click the effing bell.